Hey, what's up? John here, and this is your Tuesday Blues lesson number 66. One of the most frequently asked questions on BGI that I get is all about improvising and knowing when to start a lick and what note should I start on, what note should I end on. And this lesson is going to be sort of the beginning of a study that we're going to do here on Tuesday Blues. Alright, in this lesson, what I want to do is I'll teach you the lick that I just played, but really know that we're focusing on the root in this set of licks, this sort of connecting musical idea. The point is to really get you to hear how that root functions within a lick. So I'm working in the key of A, so I'm keeping this A bass pumping throughout the whole thing, and where I can, I'm emphasizing the root, so A notes, and we've got A notes all over the place here. We've got an A note here on the 7th fret of the 4th string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st string 5th fret, and then here on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. So those are the A's. And I'm going to play through a bit of this and really focus on those frets and the sound, more importantly, when I get to that. You're going to hear, I don't want to lead you too much, but you're going to hear that when I hit those notes, they work. They sound good in the context of this lick, because the A is just the strongest statement really that you can make when you're playing in the key of A. So listen out for those notes. Here we go. Alright, so this is root heavy. You can hear these all over the place. Let's go through this phrase by phrase, and I think you'll see just how many of the A notes we're utilizing here. So pumping the bass, 1, 2, 3. We're going to slide into our first A note on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, 4th string. If you do that with your ring finger, that'll set you up nicely to grab this C note here on the 3rd string, 5th fret. And then come back to that A. 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now that little bit right there sounds pretty stable all by itself, right? It's a complete lick in and of itself. And it sounds great because we're hanging out on the root. It's always going to work. So if you're improvising, know your roots. Then we move into this deal. And we've got a lot of A in there as well. We've got pull off from this A note here on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Then to this 2nd fret on the 4th string. Open 3rd string, and then down on our A again. Then we go back to this little deal. But then we sneak this high A on the 5th fret 1st string in on you. Alright, so there are a lot of root notes in that piece. So to break that down a little slowly, we're sliding in, just like before. On the upbeat, catching this 5th fret, and I've got all this tabbed out, so if you want to head back to the website, you can pick up the tab. So we're going to catch that note, then we move into this position and go on the 1st string 3 to the 5th fret on the 2nd string, a little triplet there, then pull off 3 to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, like that. Then we're going to slide into this 7th fret on the 3rd string note, hit that 5th fret, 3rd string note, and then we're going to land on our A note here, this 7th fret, 4th string. But then we're going to jump up and do this really cool octave because we landed on an A, and we're going to slide into this 10th fret on the 2nd string for another A. All right, so listen, this thing is laden with A's. All right, now I just played the A's pretty obnoxiously there so that you could hear them. But what I really want to do is just make your ear focus on how nice and complete that A note sounds. I mean, you can hang out if you're pumping on this A bass, and just imagine that's what the band's doing, that's what the backing track's doing, because you are the backing track when you're a finger picker, right? So you got this going, and the idea is that note sounds great. You can hang out on it all day long. That's not very interesting all the time, but it'll work. This is a safe zone, if you will, when you're improvising. So really focus, get the lick down for sure, but really focus and get that A note in your head, get that sound down, because the next thing we're going to do is bring out a different note in the scale. Alright, so that lesson, I hope that you dig the licks, of course, but this is not about the licks. It's really more about the getting used to the root note, those A notes that we're playing everywhere in this lick, and that just sounds like home. It's a real strong spot to come back to start a lick on and to come back to. So you've got to know where those root notes are. And we're going to add some different notes in there to bring out different sounds in future lessons. But for right now, definitely focus on that A note in those various spots on the fretboard and just get that sound in your ear. If you're playing the root, on the A chord, you're playing an A note when you're improvising, you can't go wrong. And we have to make things more interesting, and that's what the future lessons are about. But hope you got a lot out of this lesson. If you haven't signed up and become a free member of BGI, I invite you to do so. You can get the tab for this lesson and the tabs for all of the Tuesday Blues lessons. So I invite you to head on over to the link below the video and sign up. All right, hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week.